Hi everybody, a bit tired at the end of a long day, but it's a day which can be described as historic. You know, we overuse the word historic, but this election results day has been truly historic, and 4 or 5 reasons for it. Historic because for the first time in the state of Uttar Pradesh, a sitting chief minister who's completed 5 years gets re-elected, and that in itself is the creation of history. So Yogi Adityanath has carved out a slice of history at the moment in this election in Uttar Pradesh. Since 1985, remember, no government has been re-elected in Uttar Pradesh. So that's the first slice of history that's been created. The next slice of history that's been created comes in Uttarakhand, where since the state was founded 20 years ago, you've had no government getting re-elected, but the BJP has broken that anti-incumbency cycle. So Uttarakhand too has created a slice of history. And then you come to Punjab, where since the state was formed in the mid-1960s, you haven't had any other party other than the Congress or the Akalis ruling Punjab. But this time, guess what? You've got the Aam Aadmi Party breaking the duopoly of these two main parties. So that too should be seen as a slice of history that's been created in the state of Punjab. And then you've got Manipur, where for the first time in history, the BJP has actually got a majority. Now that leaves Goa. Goa may not have created history, but it did in a strange way, because for the first time, you've had parties like the Aam Aadmi Party getting seats. You've got a new party like the Revolutionary Goans also getting a seat in Goa. So you're seeing change all over. The one thing that is constant in Indian politics is change. Think about this. In 2012, the BJP got 15% of the vote and was party number 3 in Uttar Pradesh. Today, it has got over 40% of the vote, is party number 1. In 2012, Mayawati was still the major opposition. In fact, in 2007, she actually got a majority. Today, guess what? The mighty Mayawati has just won 1 seat. For years, the Akalis were a dominating force in Punjab politics, especially in their belts of Malwa and Majha. This time, they've been reduced to a party where even the patriarch of the party, Prakash Singh Badal, has lost. Even Sukhbir Singh Badal, his son, has lost in Jalalabad. So what you've seen is a wave in Punjab. What you've seen is a pro-incumbency wave, you could call it, in Uttar Pradesh, certainly of a kind that we haven't seen two governments getting repeated in this manner. We've seen in Manipur, the BJP once again establishing itself in the northeast. And we've seen in Uttarakhand, as I said, for the first time, a government repeating itself. I don't want to go into the factors for this. That will require deeper analysis. One thing I want you to note, and in our post-poll survey, we also saw this, the Mahila voter. We keep talking about Dalit vote banks, Muslim vote banks, upper caste vote banks. No one talks about the Mahila vote bank. And someone interestingly put it today that MY now stands not for Muslim Yadav but Mahila Yojana, or as I say, Rashan, Prashasan and polarization. And that worked, dare I say, in Uttar Pradesh. The concern that I have is we still need to build bridges. We still need to find, after an election, how does anyone who rules a state work for all, not just for those who support him, but those who also vote against them. Remember, that is the challenge of anyone who comes to power. Are you in a position to vote for people? Are you in a position to ensure that those who don't vote for you are also cared for? I think that's a challenge in the polarized times in which we live. What else can I say on a day like today, when the BJP will form 4 state governments and the Aam Aadmi Party will form 1? Guess what? The grand old party, the Congress, has much to think about, because this has been a terrible day in the office. You've had winners in Mr. Kejriwal, Yogi Adityanath and Prime Minister Modi. The big loser today is the Congress party. The once mighty Congress party, reduced to single digits in Uttar Pradesh, loses out despite anti-incumbency in Uttarakhand, cannot even make a dent of the kind it hoped to in Goa, is also pushed to the background in single digits in Manipur. Without the Congress party reviving, you have to ask yourself, are we going to become a one-party democracy, or will new challengers now occupy the opposition space? One final point, 2024, is it a done deal? You never know. 2 years to go, but you can clearly say the momentum is with the BJP. In Indian politics, a week is a long time. 2 years can be an eternity. I'll be with you in the 2024 elections also, tracking what's happening, hopefully, if I'm still around. Otherwise, I'm very happy that you joined me today. And if this is to be, as some say, a last election, what a wonderful election. Exit polls right. An election where, as I said, history has been created. And I hope you enjoyed our coverage on India Today. From the entire team, thanks for watching.